Hello everyone, welcome back. So, last year we bought our Forest River Surveyor. It has been absolutely great. But one of the things that I didn't like, or I won't say didn't like, but found rather annoying immediately, was the giant wad of keys required for my single trailer. I don't even have this many keys for my house. So, I started doing a little research into what I could do to get rid of little 751 key, maybe get my doors to match, you know, things like that. I also have a separate door key for my outdoor kitchen that's in the very back. It's a little bit, it's annoying. That's what it is. Don't dislike it, but it's, you know, it could be easier. So upon looking at different things, I found a few companies that manufactured these awesome keypads locks right here. This one is from RVLock. I actually got turned on to this company from the Keep Your Daydream channel. If you haven't seen them, you should totally check them out. They've travel full time in their travel trailer. It's an awesome blog. But they had a giveaway with this model, or not this model, but from this company. So I looked into them just for the sake of looking into them because I was like, hey, that's cool. So it turns out when I did that though, they also manufacture these cam locks that match the key light, as well as the little thumb latches as well. So when I saw that, I said, hey, that's the way I want to go. I'm going to go that route. So last year I bought the lock there and put it on, and then just recently I went ahead and started my baggage doors. When I put them on, these guys right here, the latch itself that comes with the RVLock system, perfect fit, absolutely great. Fits up perfectly. Now, on my outdoor kitchen in the very back here, we'll walk back here, see if I can get it open to show you. It uses a longer latch with a little bit more of an offset. So the short latch didn't quite work as well as I would have liked. So, get under here, you can see that that is longer, has more of an offset to it. So, to the Google machine I went and started looking for cam latches, replacement cam latches, and so on. Because the ones that came on the factory latches, they had a bigger hole that was punched, bigger square notch, so they wouldn't fit, so I couldn't reuse them. So, found a website called Padlocks for Less, I'll put a link in the description, that had replacement latches in all kinds of different sizes. They are technically a cabinet latch is what they're described as. Here is the factory latch, or the ones that come with the RVLock. So you can see there's a pretty good difference in the offset and the size and the length. I did actually order this one from Amazon though, because I wasn't completely sure on my dimensions. I second guessed myself, so I didn't want to order 4 and then be wrong, and so Amazon had them. They were about 3 times as expensive, but I didn't have to pay shipping on each one, so that in the long run it was really about even. But you know, if it was wrong, I could send it right back to Amazon a lot easier and not have to pay the return shipping, so I did that. So I'm going to show you how I swap these out right here, and how much easier it's going to be to have one key. Now, another reason we wanted to change these out, or I wanted to change these out, is this cam latch right here. Now, this is a thumb latch. This isn't a lock, but the stop broke on it almost immediately. It's an external stop. I did what I could to try and put it back in place, and it was really just a hassle. It just didn't latch like it was supposed to, and so therefore I wanted to replace that right away. It's just, you know, new assembly. I don't want to talk bad about them, but they, you know, they just really are not the good kind of quality that some of the aftermarket products are. But as you can see, it comes apart quite simply. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera here. It's just a Phillips head screwdriver and then a 7/8 socket. So once you get it out, it's actually quite easy to remove. I'm gonna pull the screw off, pull the nut and the screw out in the back, and you just slide it out. But as you can see, it's got this little stainless or aluminum trim ring around it. Well, that's great. It keeps this, it kind of pulls on this a little bit, so we're gonna, rectify that slightly. So the RVLock system comes with these little pulls right here that you kind of are supposed to use for the trim ring. I'm not going to use the pull because it's going on the side. I'm going to use the pull on the locks itself on the bottom part, but on the side of the door, it uses, just the thumb turn itself. So I'm going to take, so what I've done is I've taken the trim rings off of my front baggage doors and I've painted them black with just a primer flat black combination Krylon, and let them cure for several days. So it's got a nice good finish on it, and actually not a terrible, actually matches the satin finish of the thumb turns itself already pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. This is nice too. It comes with a gasket, so that we be sure we don't get any moisture in there too. That's a really nice touch. All right, and assembly is really just super basic. It's hard to tell because it's black, but the gasket goes in first and it's notched. You can see where there's no threads and it's flattened off. It goes right there, so you get a nice good fit. And then here's my black trim ring, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it back in the slot here, and then I'm going to go ahead and reassemble from the rear. Alright, so here we are on the back side. Now, it comes with this little nylon washer, so I'm going to slide that on. And then the nut, teeth side down. The nylon washer is really nice because, this side right here, it just kind of goes onto this, onto here, and it's pressed in a little bit, so it's not as secure as up front. So I'm glad I got this little nylon washer to help lock it into place. Now I'm going to take my 7/8 ratchet and just tighten everything down. Alright, so now that the latch itself is tightened into place, we're going to go ahead and put the mechanism is in place. We're going to put the latch itself on, tighten it down, and see, it uses a nut with a lock washer versus a screw with a lock washer, and has a different size. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it with a 12mm socket on my wrench here. It doesn't need to be too tight because it does have that lock washer, so just give it a good snug. Should be good to go there. Now, alright, so here we have the finished product. So, get up close here, you can see the little black ring around it, matches the latch pretty well. So, we've got the new locks down here, black. They lock, really well. Gives it a better look, I think. Not as much chrome. Personally, I'm not much of a fan of chrome. I know a lot of people are. I'm just not really much of one. But you can see here's the old ones. Even though this unit's only a year old, not even a year old from when I purchased it. It is a 2018. It is 2018 currently. I bought it in July of 2017. It is currently June of 2018, so not quite a year since I purchased it, but it definitely a year since it's been manufactured. There's already a little bit of corrosion on the locks and stuff like that. They're not as high quality as some of the aftermarket items there. So here's the latch itself that came off of the big door back here for the kitchen. The ones I got from Amazon weren't perfect. They were a little longer. The offset wasn't quite enough, but due to the fact that they were a little longer, I had a little leverage on them. I was able to kind of manipulate the metal slightly in order to make them fit. And when you compare them side by side, what it should look like, what came with it, they weren't going to work. But I was determined to make them work. So, a little extra effort totally makes them work. So the great thing is now, though, aside from the bathroom door, which is where I'm at now, still a factory lock for now. That will change later on. I now have, one key for everything. So these doors to my front door here, which also has the keyless pad, so I can, when I'm away, I can lock the deadbolt from there, but I still, lock the handle with the key, maybe. Aha, now it's, there we go. Lock the handle, bam, come up here to my baggage door, close that bad boy down. Now it's locked, same key, one key. I got the keypad, which is great. especially if we're going to the beach. I highly recommend that. Now, originally, this door right here was going to get one of these awesome black thumb turn latches. I did catch a lot of crap on social media because I didn't do this. I didn't, whatever. You know, different strokes for different folks, right? So originally I was going to do this, but the shank was way too long, so I still would have had to change the paddle, offset it, do modifications. You know, I was going to have to modify it either way. So that's why I went this route with the boat latch. Boat door latch. Marine, plastic, like that. That way I don't have to worry about turning it, don't have to worry about remembering to latch it, anything like that. Push it closed, it's closed. I got another video for that. We'll link it somewhere. So, you know, if you want to check that out, see how I did that, that's a really cool little modification as well. I really like that so far. So, thanks a lot. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. This is our surveyor here. You can see from the outside. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm gonna try and post more, you know, how-to videos and a lot more of our travel videos that are coming soon. Right now we're still, you know, just weekend warriors, a couple of, you know, week trips a year. Also, go check out my Instagram page. It's at Top Shelf Motorsports. I will put a link in the description. There's a lot of, you know, our travel stuff is in there, pictures from our travel. I do maintenance on the Tundra here, will be posted on there, as well as, you know, some update photos from my vintage BMW that I'm trying to restore, as well as other motorsports related. So it's a little bit of, you know, combination of, you know, motorsports enthusiast and RVing. So, you know, if you're into that, give it a look, see what you think. I also post some neat pictures from work throughout the day. So, you know, you never know what you're gonna see. But yeah, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.